Hello, today is the 4th of July, 2023. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer, go over our calls, and then make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, which is July 5. I really have a lot of personal business, don't have as much time as I'd like to have to analyze things, but I don't think much changed yesterday, so maybe that'll make it easier. Please remember, my calls can be wrong. Any trade you make should be made at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early high, so we could gap down. That's what we had. We said if the wave count we had was correct, we should drop right from the open, which we did. And we had an optional target of 44, 49, 47, and that printed. It's a reminder of what we said. I was reluctant to call a short-term top, but we had a lot of indicators indicating that's what this was, in spite of the calendar, which is a bullish time of the year. And so far, that's been playing out. During the day, early on, MEJT gave a sell signal. A sell signal in MEJT doesn't mean you enter, it just gives you a lower target. We haven't satisfied that yet, so we should undercut this low, which is a target of 44.46.47. There was an optional higher target, and that's already printed. This is a confluence of trend lines. It's resistance. You can always break through resistance. Since we didn't have a straight line rally to it on Monday, you don't really have to gap over it tomorrow, but it would add a lot more confidence if you're a bull if we gapped over this, but I'm just not convinced that's going to happen. If we don't gap over it, that resistance should hold. If we don't trade over it, that resistance should hold. Well, here was the count we have. It's still a valid count. We have, this is 1, this is 2. We have us completing wave red 1 of black 3. And let's look at what happened on Monday. Starting from this top, you can have wave 1 down. You can have an A, have a B, C is equal to A right at the top. This doesn't have to be wave 2. It could be just A of 2, but still it's an ABC with C equal to A. I don't see any reason to change my outlook as long as that holds. Should be the end of this leg up and we drop from the open if that's the right count. And that we don't know if it's the right count until Wednesday, and I'm going to be busy most of the day Wednesday, so I won't be able to make any trades based on it, but I don't see any reason to change the idea. Well, tomorrow's pattern has a early low. It could still gap up. Typically, it's a rally day with a high in the final hour, but if it's weak, the weakness tends to come early, be followed by more weakness in subsequent days. Now, despite this being one of the most bullish time periods of the year, we've stopped at resistance and have a wave count arguing for a drop right from the open. Bulls still can save the day, ideally by gapping over recent highs, but there's a lower MEJT target which should print unless we gap up smartly. Absent a strong gap up, I look for lower prices with the possibility of a sizable leg lower, not in the day obviously. Overtaking recent highs even without the gap calls the prediction into question. Still not the time of the year I look for tops, but as long as these things hold and we drop right from the open, the call for a top here remains alive, and that's today's call.